Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. I wanted to bring you guys a quick update of what's been going on. So obviously we have had one of probably the worst market sell-offs we've experienced in about a year or so. And I just wanted to go over it with you guys. So I want to give you my opinion of what I see. And first of all, guys, remember I'm not your financial advisor. And I don't want to be. I just do this for fun. And if you guys could subscribe, like, all that, I'll continue to do this stuff for you guys. I mean, it's a little more difficult when we're in this type of market because people aren't real enthusiastic and things like that, but I still want to bring it to you. I'm not one to run away or hide when the market gets down. I just want to be here for you and help you. So, and I also want to hear your guys' opinions on things. So what we're looking at is Litecoin on the 4-hour right now, and you can see this volatility due to, look at these bands, guys, how far they've expanded here. So we had our contraction, right? So we are either anticipating, remember when I put out that video a day or two ago when I said the whales are going to determine which way we go? When we saw the contracting of these Bollinger Bands, that was another sign we were either going to have a breakup or we were going to have a breakdown, and we had that breakdown. And as you can see, we have overhead resistance of our 12-day EMA, our 20, this is our 12, this is our 26 EMA, then we have our middle band here, and then I also drew a trend line over top of that. So as you can see, there is a ton of overhead resistance right now, and we actually have a little bit more bearish divergence taking place right now. If you guys can see this, we'll even just pull it from here. Right there, we got to get out from over that line right there, and we hit that and we're going back down. So we're actually struggling with the 30 on the RSI right now. So this is definitely a bearish market, my friends, and this is one just to be careful of, because a lot of people will be putting in money maybe a little too early when it could be going down lower. We may not have hit that confluence yet. I believe that's what it, or capitulation, I'm sorry. We haven't hit the capitulation yet. So, you know, some people are calling $50, some people are calling $80, some people are saying this is the bottom right now and we should be buying as much as possible. So it's just a tough time. And, you know, guys, this is where you have to be patient, because people would see this candle here on the 4-hour and they were thinking, okay, there's a hammer and we're starting to have a little bit of bullish divergence going up, and then we just got pushed right back down. We've been moving sideways here. So really keep that in mind, guys. The support to hold obviously is the psychological $100 is a really big deal. We haven't went lower than that, and then the lowest we have went was about 102.69 right now. But just really keep close eye and attention on the 4-hour, the 1 day, and the 1 hour. That's going to be really important. So our RSI level right now is at 26.88. So in a traditional market, when you get under that 30, you are oversold. Now when it comes to the cryptocurrency market, that number, that 26, could go every bit of 8, 9, 10 on the RSI. So it can drop down significantly lower. And what I wanted to show you here, so our all-time low levels, especially when we've gotten a bounce, so you can see when we had this bounce down here, we got down to 109, and then we bounced up to about 130 or so. Let me check that. Yeah, so right here, and then we made that move up to about 130, and we were roughly around 20 or so. So we have been down this low before, guys, and then we've made a run up. We've been down this low before, then we made a nice little run there. So it has definitely happened in the past. And let's see, let's take it back to when we really had a bounce and take a look at that, because I think it's important to look at the past and the history. So I'm going to get these off real quick just so we can continue to go, because this was one of the biggest bounces that we had. It was after February when we put in this double bottom, and then we ran up to 254. So at the bottom here, we got down to 10, guys. We went all the way down to 10, and then right here is another 18. So we're pretty close to the significant lows here. Let's draw the horizontal line. So about right in here. This one was really abnormal there. But you see that V-shaped recovery we got off it? That's what we want to see. Okay, that's what's going to be really important, is having that V-shaped bounce. And right here, we're just not getting it as much, guys. So be aware of that. I mean, right here, we came down to about the same level. Then we moved up a little bit, and we made a run up to 68 on the RSI. So really low right now, guys. Just really keep that in mind. So be careful. You know, there's a lot of people who will want to play a small position and then also have money in cash, to where if it drops more, you can cost average in or ladder in more and then wait for a reaction. Because remember, after these big dumps, there's always going to be a reaction, even if we're going to go back down. That's like what the bear flags are. So we will have a massive sell-off, create that pull, then we'll start to go back up to cool off the RSI, and then we drop back down again, is what typically happens. So that's where I want you to be careful, but that's why you kind of need a liquid stack as well, so that you can play that if it takes place. So the MACD on the 4 hour, and look at that selling volume right there, guys. And we're not really getting much of a hook yet. There's slight divergence taking place here on the histogram, but nothing to write home about. But what we need is for this to start to get a really sharp hook. Do you see this one down here where it had this really sharp hook, and then we busted through that signal line? Over here, sharp hook. So that's what we need to look for, is that sharp hook. So just be careful during this time. Protect your capital. Watch these things, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. I also like the 8 hour, which I know a lot of people can't get unless you have the pro version of this. And I'll look at it like the 8 hour, then the 16, then the 24, so you can kind of have a log of what's taking place and seeing how it's changing through all the time frames. So overhead resistance is our 12 EMA, our 26 EMA, and then our Bollinger Band's the middle band. So we'll see if we can make a run up to the middle band. But guys, if you could, like, subscribe. God bless each and every one of you, and just focus on all the wonderful things in life. Take care.